I like to party.
Okay, today is a Saturday. There is traffic everywhere. And we got some stuff to do today. Basically, I got three things to do. I got to go look at a building. As you guys know, we've been looking at buildings to buy. I have to pick up a watch from FedEx. And then additionally, I have to get something for a wild Saturday night that I'm gonna have. We're gonna let you in on wildness that happens in my life on Saturday nights. You're gonna be impressed, trust me, but we're not gonna quite tell you right now at this point of the video what that wild Saturday night is. You're gonna have to bear through me picking up a watch and looking at a building before I show you. Also, I have my microphone on my sunglasses. I don't know how I feel about that, but there is that. So, all right, so what's going on? This is what's going on. We got a lot going on, of course, but so meaning, why am I going to do things on Saturday? Well, first things first, I'm not afraid to, get some shit done on a Saturday. I've been doing it for, about a decade and a half. If you include the military, 2 decades. But I don't do a lot of like projects on Saturdays. I do, minor stuff. So I have so much going on that I'm basically not able to complete it during the week is what it comes down to. So we're trying to get it done here on this Saturday. So what do I have going on? Of course, I'm running 3 companies, but outside of that, I'm writing my second book, and it's in publishing right now. And it's a lot of like editing and revising and going back and forth with my editor and publisher. We are shopping for a building. We are expanding. We are hiring new people, probably bring on like 6 to 10 people in the next month. What else are we doing? Oh, I'm buying a new car. I got a 911 Turbo coming in, manual 997.1, like 11,000 miles, vision board car. It's an anchor to one of my milestones, which I'll talk more about once it comes in. And outside of that, like I have a packed life of fitness. Like, I'm super dedicated. Like, for instance, this morning I was in the gym by 8 and I was out by 10. And that's just really how things go. I mean, it might not sound like a lot to some people, but I assure you, personnel management, 3 companies, buying a building, buying a car, publishing my second book, it gets to be a lot, so I can't really like finish it during the week per se. And here we are on a Saturday. Now, by the way, if you haven't read my first book, Dominate Your Day, A High Performer's Guide to Winning at Life, most people like it. Of the close to 100 reviews on Amazon, 95% of them are 5-star. It's like a personal development, high performer book. So check it out if you haven't. There's links in the show notes. Let me know what you think. And then my second book should be out tentatively Christmas Day this year, 2024. We're super excited about that. We're excited about all the stuff that we have to do. Buying buildings, buying cars, expanding, hiring people, managing companies. Never a dull moment. That's for sure. Penelope though, she's the real MVP. Where are you at? She's a real MVP. She just kind of kicks it, right, Penelope? Make sure we're doing the right thing here. We got our walk in this morning. We did 3 miles at 6:30, 7:30. Wake up, do my morning routine, take Penelope for a walk, go to the gym, go look at some buildings, pick up this watch, and then an exciting Saturday night that I'm going to show you what I have to pick up on my way back. So we're going to grab this watch, and then we're going to head over to the building to meet my agent Chris. and show you that, and then head to the store for a wild Saturday night. All right, we're at FedEx. Even though we're here every day, they need to see my ID most of the time. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna leave the air conditioning on for Penelope. We're also gonna leave the cooled seats on for her. She'll only be here for like 5 seconds, but maybe 5 minutes tops. But that's just the way things go. People get all shitty when they see a dog in a car. And my car is pretty loud, so they should know that it's on, but people are absent-minded these days, that's for sure. All right, let's get going here. I am unsure if they're gonna let me record in FedEx, so we shall see. All right, we got our watch. This is a 2013 Mill Gloss. These are discontinued. It's kind of hard to find this one actually because they're discontinued and people are hoarding them. But you know, Rolex is weird. They like discontinue things often just for kind of hype and stuff. Oh, Penelope's driving. Look at this. She gets all upset when I leave. Okay, Penelope, I gotta come in, sweetheart. Come on. Come on, let me in. Thank you. All right, so package secure, Penelope secure. We're gonna take a look at the package, make sure it's sealed. Good to go. All right, let's go check out the building. All right, so yet again, another place that doesn't allow recording. I guess they don't understand I have a vlog to record. We're gonna have to work on this. We're gonna have to tell them ahead of time I'm recording. Just kidding, I'm not entitled, and I get it, but I couldn't show you guys the property. Mixed use property, so it had a 1,000 square foot residential 3-bedroom house, and then in the back had a 2,000 square foot basically office. And it's old. Everything's old. The house is old. It hasn't been redone. It needs the residential house needs to be gutted, like completely gutted. It's pretty bad. And the office needs some love too. It doesn't need to be gutted, but definitely needs some love, that's for sure. So what do I think? It's a possibility. You know, the office really isn't set up how I would want. One of the things we're gonna do with our new office is we're gonna put a personal gym in there for me and, you know, all my people. And I want some pretty good space for it, you know, a couple thousand square feet, maybe a few thousand square feet. This building was 2,000 square feet, and the area to where the gym could go was, you know, maybe 35% of the building. It just wasn't enough. And the office needs a lot of work. So really what it comes down to is numbers. You know, I'm gonna have my real estate agent, Chris, run the numbers, how much money we'd have to put in, how much money I can rent for, if it makes sense to rent and work out of the back, you know. So it's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. But we're on our way to pick up our very exciting thing for my Saturday night. So we'll show you what that is here momentarily. All right, super special Saturday night coming up. All right, I'll show you guys what a 39-year-old single dude does on a wild Saturday night. You ready? So many selections. All right, we're gonna go with cup for Penelope, a little vanilla, and trying to stay somewhat calorie conscious tonight. 1,000 calories. All right, we're out of here. We're walking out of Stop and Shop. Like I didn't just get ice cream for a Saturday night on the couch, because that's a wild Saturday night for me. Good job, Penelope. Holding it down. Good job. Oh yeah, that's a good girl. I don't know. I mean, at my point in life, I mean, number one, I don't drink, so I don't like the feeling of the day or two after drinking. And I'm super into fitness. I've been working out for nearly 30 years, like 27 years or something along those lines. Actually, exactly 27 years. And I don't like, unless I have an event to go to, like, I'm not going out. So wild Saturday night. All right, let's get back to the house. Let's take a look at this mill gloss and go from there. All right, let's get the goods on ice. Okay. All right, let's get this mill gloss opened up. Let's take a look at this bad boy. We're gonna do it together. This is for a friend of mine. I've known him, I think, about 10 years, so something along those lines. I used to rent a house with him in Vermont, and I hadn't really talked to him in the past decade or so. And I think it was last year or something along those lines, like a year and a half ago, he hit me up out of the blue and was like, hey, you're doing big things. Like, I just want to be on your radar. And he's like, can I send you referrals? I was like, yeah, of course. So he sent me some referrals over the past year. He sent one over, and he texted me last week and said he wanted a mill gloss. So here we are. Let's take a look at this bad boy. All right, typical Rolex box top right there. Typical Rolex outer box. Typical Rolex green box. You can always tell by the writing if it's real or not. You could always tell by the crown if it's real or not. And the go-to is how it smells. This is a real box. Rolex boxes have a very distinct smell. All right, take a look at this bad boy. Rolex mill gloss, black dial with a green crystal. Good condition overall. A little bit of wear on the clasp. A little dirty. Overall, pretty good. All right, let's see. I can tell by the weight it's real, right? You hold enough Rolexes and, like, you just know if they're real or not. I mean, listen, there could be exceptions, but if the box is real, the weight's on, chances are it's real, right? I'm gonna set the time. Now, I'm not saying that's how it works. I'm just saying, with experience, you just get to know your industry and your products and so on and so forth, and you learn what's right and what's wrong. Okay, hour hand, second hand, everything's moving good. The cool thing about the mill gloss is, like, the lightning bolt second hand, it's orange. See that little orange hand moving? It's pretty cool, right? Yeah. A lot of contractors like this watch. This one has a green tag, which is perfect. All right, let's see if the green tag matches the serial number on the rehaul. I'm gonna take my loop. I'm not going to read you the serial number because it's not good practice. All right. Green tag serial number matches. Now the paperwork. Serial number matches. This is an old card, so I'm going to show you guys something cool about how to tell if these are real or not. Just use a black light. And there's a hologram. Right, so that's what you see normally. Now let's put some black light on it. Kind of a shitty shot, but you can see the hologram. There it is. You can see the hologram there, right? Which is going to dictate this card is real. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting the black light on the back here just to kind of look for some idiosyncrasies. Looks pretty good, man. Rolex hologram right there. Pretty good. You know, so there's a lot of different ways to authenticate something without cracking it open. The case back and looking at the movement, which is the safest way. But, you know, in this case, we're not going to do that today. Yeah. All right, here's the factory service guide. All right, everything looks good. This is a nice set. It's a really nice set. I'm impressed. All right, let's put this bad boy on the time grapher, see how it's running. All right, so it's on the time grapher. And +2 seconds at 283. Remember, if the watch is running over 250 amplitudes right here, if it's over 250, it's in great shape. If it's under 250, it needs a service. +2 seconds is normal. This watch is in good standing. Cool. This deal was a lot different. You know, my buddy was a little hesitant on a few things, and you know, it took a lot of working back and forth about explaining how the situation works and sending over a deposit and then finding the watch and then sending over the remainder. You know, we ended up making $1,600 on this watch, but you know, there was probably like 4 or 5 days of work that needed to be done, maybe 3 or 4. So not every watch is a grand slam, you know, in this business. But you know, when you quote people, you got to understand what you're doing. And in this case, I knew there was going to be a lot of work involved, and I'm not upset about that, but you know, I priced it accordingly. So, you know, because my team and I had to do a lot of work to find it because these are discontinued, and the buyer was hesitant, which is normal. I mean, it's normal. Like, I'm asking someone to send me $10,000. So, you know, we were in at 83 and it's out at 99. So 8,300 and 9,900. So, you know, $1,600. And yeah, you know, when I ask someone to send me 10 grand, like, of course it could be nerve wracking, and I get it, but not every watch is a grand slam is what it comes down to. And, you know, sometimes you just got to take care of your friends is really what it comes down to, and people that support you. So yeah, that's that. You know, process a mill gloss on Saturday for a friend. All right, guys, that's a wrap. 4 o'clock on a Saturday. Here's the pup cup for Penelope. She's ready. See if we can unhand this, untop it one-handed. Okay. Penelope. There you go. You like it? No, you don't like it? What's going on? You don't want it? Yeah, you do. Go ahead, sweetheart. I don't know. Penelope doesn't want any Haagen-Dazs. Come here. Yeah. Here, sweetheart. Take it. Now for me, learning how to vlog and hold everything. Not really working out too well. All right, that was a little better. And we're almost there. Definitely not recommended one hand. Okay. Till next time, guys.